If Lionel Messi came in and did that, what would be the reaction? I thought he's a young guy, came on, smile on his face, loads of talent, keen to impress and play well, and he made a difference when he came on. And he has got so much talent. There's no lack of respect. Just applaud him for it. And I think their manager made some very, very sensible comments in that he has got talent and he's an entertainer and fans want to be entertained. So I'd thoroughly encourage him.
So moving forward then, you're not going to hold him back on that kind of thing? You're not going to say to him, no, just be careful, no?
We spoke to him before the game about areas of the park in which you can work. So areas of the park you have to secure it, areas of the park we have to track back. And if you remember, he ran back 40 yards and got a foul deep in our own half. But he came inside, left and right, worked inside and outside. He was told to take risk in the right areas, which he did. And he impacted the game. A sub came on and he had a really positive impact. So delighted for him. And I think the poor guy wakes up this morning and sees back page headlines about, as you've mentioned already, which I find quite incredible.
I suppose with future games, he's obviously going to be a player you're going to try and get into the game so much, but you would hope that referees might protect him if he's going to produce skill like that, because he's clearly he's at another level, you would think.
No, he's not another level. That, I think, without being that's disrespectful to say he's another level. He's a talented player. He has attributes, and we have to utilise those attributes as best we can. That's our job. But he's come here for a reason, to play football. As of all the guys in the squad, we use our squad. It's a tight, lean squad. But he comes with something new. He comes from a great academy upbringing, great education down at Spurs there, and likewise Don Ball as well. So we're looking forward to utilise them and they have a big impact in the season ahead.
If Nathan sees a back page like that today, is there a chance of his head going down that he'll try and not do these things?
And that's our job, just to say to him, listen, you're making headlines. Some there's no bad press or whatever it may be, but for him, he's 19 and he has to realise that he's come into a game yesterday, had a positive impact and learn from it. Learn from it. It's up to him, be it a post-match interview or comments by a colleague or coaching staff. We have to encourage him to be the best we can be. That's our job, and I've no doubt, as I say, he'll have a big impact for us.
You're disappointed, as Charles said a moment ago, about the veiled threat, essentially, of a more physical.
There's no threat. We have referees on the park. They know how to do their job, and they'll deal with it. That's just a player making a loose comment, shall we say?
How do you think Spurs would react to this kind of?
No, well, Spurs. There's many, Spurs can, and along all the big Premier League clubs, can send their players to any number of willing clubs, so to speak. And our job is to show there's a reason to send players here to Rangers. And playing in front of 50,000 is one. Dealing with the challenge of a smaller ground and difficult surface yesterday is another. Dealing with the media is another. And he has to learn to deal with it, and it'll make him be a better person for it. There's no doubt about that. He's 19. He's a young guy learning his trade, and he's got a really bright future ahead of him.
Just moving on to other matters, you said you hope to have another loan signing in this week. Where are you with that?
Close, yeah. One more will hopefully join us this week, and fingers crossed it'll be a positive one. And we're looking for young, hungry players who can add some value. And this guy, I hope, will tick that box.
Will be another English Premier League loanee?
It could well be.
There's a steers to who it might be.
It could well be. Absolutely not. But no, it could well be.
This is, the Petrofac Cup, I suppose, maybe on the list of priorities, it's not the top, but you've said before that you want to win every game. So do you mix the team up for this one on Wednesday?
No, we just use our squad. There's no weaker team. I think if you go into a team and talk about weakening a team or making wholesale changes, then you automatically infer that you're going to go with a different mentality. We're not. We want to win games. Every game we go into, we want to win it. Simple as that. So we'll go with a strong team on Wednesday, pay full respect, recognise it'll be a tough challenge, and we'll be the best we can be on the evening. And then, as I say, get that out of the way, then look forward to the weekend. But until then, the weekend fixture's not really mentioned to the squad.
Go back to Lee. You've now named him the permanent club captain. Is it the fact, as much as anything else, not just the fact he knows this club inside out with everything that's happened here, but also he's a first pick for you pretty much as well?
Yeah, absolutely. His level of performance has been outstanding. The way he's trained and handled himself here from the first day of pre-season has been first class. But you look at I think you'd agree his level of performance has also been first class. And for me, he's going to force himself back into international reckoning. He's an outstanding fullback, great athlete, technically very, very strong. He's a coach himself. He's looking for new ideas. He embraces new ideas. So all round, he deserves the responsibility. He'll cherish it, and I'm sure he'll embrace that responsibility.
He said just a moment ago he feels he's some way off getting back into the Scotland squad.
I would never speak for the international manager. Obviously, I'm just saying from my point of view, working with him day in, day out, watching his weekly performances, he can't be far away. His contribution has been immense so far, and I think he'll get better and better.
John Eustace, where are you with that one?
Training well with us. You know, he's with us on match day. Has a big input in terms of he's got a wealth of experience. He's a very talented guy and he communicates well with it, especially the younger players. So John's training and hopefully we're not far away now. It's just a case of going. We worked him really hard to as intense as the first team were working, and a small setback in terms of maybe a little bit too far too soon. But he'll be with us soon, I hope.
Did you have an input into the coaching here?
I think he's an input. When you have a guy who's played that many games at the level he's played at and the quality that he's delivered on a consistent basis, I think he has to have a positive impact for us, no doubt about that.
And just to touch on Scott Allen again, Alan Stubbs in one of the newspapers today basically suggesting Rangers may have tried to tap him up and discussing turning down Celtic and signing a pre-contract in January. Is that, I mean, how do you react?
It'd be easy to sit here and respond to you guys with a cheap shot or retort, but I think throughout the whole process we've acted with an integrity and a professionalism which is befitting of Rangers Football Club, and that won't change now. We're far better than that. So as I say, I think we'll maintain that professional stance.
But you reject the assertion nonetheless?
Absolutely.
Is there any place for that sort of behaviour in football, or does it just go on?
As I say, I could come back with a cheap shot or retort, or my job is to act in the right manner for Rangers Football Club, and the Rangers have done the right thing, the professional manner throughout the whole process, and that won't change now.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you.